And I spoke to the manager, and they said that they're fine with them, playing music out front and begging. And I informed the manager that it is a scam, but they didn't really seem to care.
Play something for me.
We'll not pay for it.
Because you suck. Because you don't. Look at all the money you're making. Look at this.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in West End, Toronto. And folks, maybe you've seen some of our recent videos exposing what we believe to be a panhandling scam. And by that, I'm talking about people passing themselves off as homeless, destitute, in desperate need of money or food. And yet we've caught them red-handed later getting into vehicles and driving away. We haven't yet been able to follow them to their homes. I doubt they're living in a homeless shelter or in a tent city, but give us time. We'll try to connect those dots in the future. And I am with Jay Bannister of Mad Lab Press. Jay does fantastic work. Usually it is exposing people in charge, such as law enforcement, behaving badly. But I didn't know that several months ago, Jay, like Lincoln a few weeks ago, stumbled upon a grift. And what's really interesting about this, folks, is that the story Lincoln did, the story I did, starting in Richmond Hill, ending in Scarborough, there's some commonalities. Typically, the pseudo panhandlers are female. Typically, they have a cardboard sign saying they need to support 3, 4, even 5 kids. But in Jay's case, that was not the situation at all. It was a male grifter, and it turns out this guy was a busker, or maybe I should say a bogus busker. Check out this excerpt from Jay's video.
And where'd you learn to play, man? Where'd you learn to play?
No, speak good English.
You don't speak English? Okay. Because you're a fake.
Okay.
Because you don't know how to play.
Okay.
Play something for me then.
We'll not pay for you. You're not boss. So
Play something for me.
We'll not pay for it.
Because you suck. Because you don't. Look at all the money you're making. Look at this.
No, look, brother. This
Look
is
at
not
that.
your problem, okay?
You're scamming people.
So after I called out fake Vivaldi, he packed up, took his money, took some selfies of himself with his new tattoo, and waited for his friends, who eventually picked him up in a $50,000 new Honda Accord. Go figure.
First of all, Jay, I want to congratulate you on the production values of that video. I want to congratulate you on exposing this fellow. You'll never believe this, and I feel really like a horse's ass here. I am 99% certain that guy was in Richmond Hill last summer, and I gave him $5. I looked at him, I said, gracious, this guy should be with the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. I never thought how you thought. I mean, you're an ex-cop, you have 24 years under your belt. You were able to see the little music box under his belongings. What made you notice that? Because he scammed me, that's for sure.
Basically, when I was a police officer, I used to work on these typical scams that these people do. It is organized crime, and they do. Usually, it's the men drop off the females to do their begging or whatever. But this particular group, it's a music scam, and they all pretend to play either guitar or other string instruments, but they have a speaker hidden below clothes and diapers and whatnot, and that song is blasted over their speaker, pretending to be what they're playing. So,
yeah, and that's the thing. When I see buskers, I do give money, but I don't want to give a guy pretending to play the violin, and he has like a speaker hidden. I mean, I could do that, right? So, I mean, what's going on here, Jay? I know in the tips line, a lot of people are saying these people are, well, they're people that we used to call gypsies. Evidently, that's a slur. We now apparently have to call them the Roma people. And they're over from Europe. There are about 100,000, I understand, in Canada, mostly in the Toronto and Hamilton areas. Is this all part of an elaborate grift, whether it's a woman pretending to be homeless supporting 5 kids or someone pretending to be a violinist?
I believe they're all related to one another, not like when it comes to relations, but they're all working for the same purpose. And I think they have, like that video I shot, the older lady sits on the bench, and the people that are working in the streets come over and they give her all of their money, and she puts in a bag. So it is very much an organized crime, and it should be stopped because it is fraud.
And you know, Jay, here's the thing. I see a very common response in our comment section, which is, why are the retailers allowing this to happen? This is private property. Even the parking lot is private property. I think you mentioned off camera, you spoke to somebody at this very Walmart we're at about him and about his grift. What happened?
After I filmed the Violinist, Vivaldi, I came inside and I spoke to the manager, and they said that they're fine with them, playing music out front and begging. And I informed the manager that it is a scam, but they didn't really seem to care.
I wonder why that is, because again, it's their property. And if I was a Walmart customer, a No Frills customer, and I found out that I had been conned into parting with my hard-earned money, well, part of that's on the retailer. It's their property, and you're allowing them to be here. I can't understand the thinking behind letting grifters grift.
Well, I was surprised about that too, but the thing is that people are buying products from inside Walmart, so they're making the money off them anyway, and they're coming out here and giving those items that they purchased inside to the beggars. So it actually benefits Walmart for them to have these people outside, I guess.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Jay, I guess we are hearing on our tips line, not an hour goes by where someone is reaching out, go to this intersection, go to that intersection. It seems to be all over the Greater Toronto Area, and for that matter, so many Canadian cities. We've even had tipsters from U.S. cities. What's going to happen, if anything? Because it's unfortunate we have a homeless population, but these are people genuinely down on their luck. I would argue the Roma people, or whoever they are, that are doing this scam, they're probably collecting all kinds of government benefits. And this is a cash business. They're certainly not paying taxes or claiming income on this. So what would you say, if you had the ear to those in charge, about addressing this situation?
Well, I see it all the time, especially downtown Toronto, where there's Canadian citizens that are homeless. They're washing windshields, they're begging, and police officers are giving them tickets. They're giving them begging tickets, and they're giving them loitering tickets. They just seem to get a free pass with anything they do. So I don't understand why the police should, or why the police don't enforce the laws with these people.
I would even make the question grander in scope. How did they get into the country in the first place? But that's for those in charge to figure out, and I don't see that kind of immigration policy ending anytime soon. One last thing, Jay, as I said, you normally expose bad policing, and you do a darn good job doing so. Is this going to be sort of a side hustle for you, exposing those pretending to be homeless?
Actually, I saw Lincoln's video a couple days ago. He actually inspired me with this video because it was a fantastic production. I think he got 1.1 million views already. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and exposing the people, and nothing's gonna really stop me. And I want them to be held accountable for it's fraudulent behavior, where other people, like Canadian citizens in this city, are getting fined and arrested for doing what way less than what they're doing.
Yeah, the world's upside down. And you know what, folks? I think that is our mission statement going forward on this file, whether it's Mad Lab Press or us at Rebel News. It is to expose these fraudsters, make them famous, if you will, so that people know who they're giving to. There's a difference between somebody who is actually destitute and someone that is running a con game and probably already getting paid via our tax dollars. Stay tuned for more to come. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, don't expect the mainstream media to take an interest in this issue, but that's why you tune into Rebel News in the first place, right? To get the other side of the story. Here's the deal, though. We need your help. If you're able to, can you please go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com, and kindly make a donation so that we can continue to bring you the other side of the story.